By the way, guys, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, follow, share. I mean, do all the above things. It would be awesome to see this channel really grow. And see what you guys think about this Land Rover. My $1,000 yard sale fine Land Rover. Was it worth it? Was it not? I don't know. I got a fair amount in the skid plate already, getting that from the Land Rover dealership and some of the other parts I bought. So, hopefully it was worthwhile. We'll find out. Okay, guys, we're crawling under here working on the skid plate. First things first, what I did is so far as removed this bolt here. It goes down through, and I removed this one. I was able to gain access through this hole here. I'm assuming there's probably supposed to be a skid plate maybe here. Maybe. I don't know. It's missing. So maybe it is missing because there is tabs. So anyway, I could reach up through this hole. And I got that screw off there. I got this one off, but I'm working on removing the heat shield. You got one bolt that goes through into there. You got one that goes up there. You got that one. And then you got that one there, but mine's completely gone there. And then you got one that's like straight up there. So I gotta get an extension. I'm gonna attach onto that so then I can start unbolting that. And then I can get this heat shield out of the way. And then I can get up to the one mount right there. So with that heat shield, you could probably leave it like that. Actually, I could leave it that way. You do have room, but I'm just gonna go ahead and remove it all so it's out of the way. Because supposedly you can get ratchet straps and hook onto the frame. I don't know where, I gotta figure that out. And maybe hook there and run it underneath and lower this down a little bit. So you can get another ratchet strap somewhere and support the tank. That's what I'm gonna try to do. I read online that's what you can do, but nobody showed pictures. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'll set this up in a place that you guys can see as I'm doing it. When I figure it out, I'll show up a close-up. By the way, with the screws that I was just showing you, here's my new skid plate. It does come with 2 new bolts there and there. But the screws that I took out go there and there. And then there and there. So when the skid plate, you got a bolt there, 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 and the 2 up there. So we'll see how this works out. Okay, guys, what I did is I got these blocks set up. I took out the rear bolt and the front bolt last. I did the side ones, and I set these boards up just so I can lower this down. And what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to run a ratchet strap through the metal tank, between the metal tank and the plastic. Now my fuel light's on, so I need fuel. So hopefully the tank's not gonna be too heavy and I can do that. If I can do that, then I should be able to pull the tank back up, and then I can pull the skid plate out and clean everything and get it ready. But before I do that, I'm gonna run out to the auto parts store and see if I can get some of these metal clips. Because this clip right here broke when I took it out, so I can't put the nut back in. As you can see, it's rusted. So when you guys do this, if you're watching this before doing it, you might want to maybe see if you can get some of the metal clips to hold the fuel tank in, maybe, if yours is really rusted like mine. You can see mine's got a lot of rust. I mean, so I got to clean that up a little bit too before I put it in. Just knock the loose stuff off. I mean, it's still solid, but I got a lot of loose stuff. I know you guys are looking at this going, oh my God, this fuel tank's really bad, or the skid plate is, and you know what, it really is. So, I don't know what this person did with this thing beforehand, but they abused it. But hopefully I'm gonna make it all better and clean it up and get it where it's really roadworthy. So I did manage to pass inspection, but my state's inspection is a joke. So, you know, they run it through in the inspection lane. If your horn, your wipers, your lights, and brakes actually stop the vehicle on all four wheels, it's good. And it passes inspection. They don't crawl under it or look under it or any of that stuff. So, but if it stops, you're pretty much good. So, and it meets emissions, you know. But, all right. So, I'm gonna call it a day on this part here. I'm gonna run out to the auto parts store real quick and see if I can get a couple of these pieces to hold this back in. Hopefully they got them. Okay guys, so this is what I got set up. I got one ratchet strap there. Watch when you run the ratchet straps. I cut mine, I guess it hit a rusted part on the tank and it broke. So what can you do? But I hooked it there, I ran it across the other side of the frame. I slid the front one here, ran it across the other side of the frame. So now I think I can, I got that. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna jack it up a little bit, and then I'm gonna pull these blocks out, and I should be able to let this down and pull the skid plate out from under it. Okay guys, let's do a comparison just to make sure they look like they're the right plate before we go ahead and try to put it in. Here's my nice new one. There's my nice rusted one. So they look like they're the same thing, which is great, but I do have to take this bolt out, and I'm gonna see if I can get the little tab that they got it on and put it there just so that way that one's in there. I did go through and buy a new bolt for that hole there and a clip to get to the auto parts store, and I got it. It's not the same thread. They were out of the right clip for this, but it will be fine. So we just have one different size socket on it, you know, but what can you do? You got to get what you can get so you can get it done. So we'll just take a peek at the bottom of the fuel tank, make sure that looks like it's in good shape. Like I said, my gas tank is pretty much empty. My fuel light was on, so my fuel tank is fairly empty. But we can just take a look at it, make sure it's not screwed up. That's where my other clip goes in there. So there's the bottom of a plastic tank supported by ratchet straps. So that way I can go ahead and put a new tank in, or new skid plate I should say, not a tank. So I'm not changing that. So I don't see any damage to it. Sorry about the weird camera angle. Sorry about all the background noise. So, but as you can see, that's what I did. I hooked it to there, and the other one is hooked to the outside of the frame over here. So that's about it. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and get this bolt changed, and then I'm going to try to slide the, before I slide it in, I'm gonna put this new clip on in there and get that ready so that way it's all ready. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and slide it under there and put it on the jack it up, and then I might slide the blocks back under so I can pull my straps out. So that way my straps don't get stuck, and then I can jack it back up and it'll be good to go. Okay, I got the fuel tank sit down on the skid plate on the blocks, all under there. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna try to get this shield put back on it. When I grabbed this shield and moved it around, these little clips here popped off. So I'm gonna see if I can get them back. What you do is you push out the center on it while holding the outer part there. So you wanna push that from there, try to pop it out. And it looks like they go here and here, like that. Into the top of the tank to hold this top side. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to get that ready and put back on before I put these two bolts back in. And since the tank's lowered, I'm just gonna put this back on now. It's gonna be easier. So I'm gonna try to get that done. Okay, guys, I got the new skid plate in. So now I can put fuel in this thing and not have to worry about it. I do have to get one screw. I was missing one from here. It's the same as what was up here, so I just put it up here because I figured that might be better to hold it up there. So I got to get a screw there for that. So, but at least I got everything else put back in. The skid plate's in. These two screws are in. They're tight up there. You know, this screw's tight here. That's the one that I had to replace. That's tight, and this is tight, and my skid, you know, my heat shield rotted out there, but it's more or less back in there now. So now I can just go ahead and jack this thing up and get it off this jack stands, and I can go to the gas station and not have to worry about my skid plate falling out and losing my gas tank. So, by the way, guys, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, follow, share. I mean, do all the above things. It would be awesome to see this channel really grow. And see what you guys think about this Land Rover. My $1,000 yard sale fine Land Rover. Was it worth it? Was it not? I don't know. I got a fair amount in the skid plate already, getting that from the Land Rover dealership and some of the other parts I bought. So hopefully it was worthwhile. We'll find out.